routers and to the Zoom crowd. Just a little after 7 a.m. here in Portland, Oregon. I can take these out for now. There. I'm Robert Beatty, or so it is said. And I'm here for a little while on the earth, just like everybody. In fact, this morning at 10, I must arrive between 10:15 and 10:30 at Willamette National Cemetery, where I'm joining the NATO family in the interment ceremony I'm officiating the ceremony for Anne NATO's mother, which is today. There will be another major ceremony on the 19th of August when Anne has rented the Chinese garden. And so I'm getting to know that family. It's very, very interesting to be let in like that. Around to death. People's hearts are somewhat open, more and more. So I have a nice reading this morning. Another one of those things that's here in my poetry collection that I totally lost. In fact, I didn't even recognize it. I should say, this is a broadcast of the Portland Insight Meditation Community. And
are you recording?
Here we go. I should record this for reasons I don't know, but here we go.
Recording in progress.
Reasons to Meditate by Suvarna Prabha, otherwise known as Lisa Cullen. Reasons to meditate. To practice noticing. To understand simple things. To give myself clarity. To face the inevitable difficulties of life. To make a conscious choice to welcome my feelings. To know pain. To experience the bliss of effort. To take possession of my mind. To free my mind. To be aware of my sensitivity. To dip below superficiality. To brighten my eyes. To forget how I look. To stop moving. To let myself be how I am. To love deeply. To risk being myself. To sit upright like a pyramid. To stay still. To breathe in the air. To encourage a positive habit. To behave in the manner of one who woke up. To pursue freedom. To touch the ground. To learn without any words. To unlock my heart. And to go beyond. I will do my best to get that on my blog this morning. Reasons to meditate. And support for our journey of awakening. Refuges. I take refuge in being awake. It's the simplest thing. Once one knows what it is, it's got a magnetism of its own, a gravity of its own. It pulls us along. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the teachings, the way things actually are. I take refuge in the truth of impermanence, which is part of the Dharma. The utter truth of impermanence. And I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of practice, and the lineage that brings these teachings down over thousands of years. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of mindful harmony. Namo Sanghaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Sanghaya. I am ending the ceremony today at graveside with this beautiful Aztec prayer. Oh, only for so short a while you have loaned us to each other, because we take form in your act of drawing us, and we take life in your painting us. But only for a short while you have loaned us to each other, because even a drawing cut into crystalline obsidian fades, and even the green feathers, crown feathers of the quetzal bird, lose their color, and even the sounds of the waterfall dry out in the dry season. So we too, because only for a short while have you loaned us to each other. Loaned us to each other. And so we choose to come into community, to breathe together, to sit in stillness and embrace the mind and its moods together. To observe the arising and passing away of sounds and thoughts, the 5 hindrances, the enlightenment factors. There are powerful forces that would keep us enchained, enthralled. There is greed, wanting, 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 wanting. Aversion, the disliking and pushing against away. And there is delusion, that kind of fog, those trance states that we fall into. Fortunately, mindfulness is deeper than the 3 roots of suffering. And mindfulness can light them up in a heartbeat. And to cultivate this mindfulness, we have such simple practices. To study the body. Each breath has its birth. It then has its lifetime. Its rising to fullness, its decline, its passing away. There's also the entire universe of the body sensations, from the toes to the legs to the pelvis, to the low back and the upper back and the abdomen and pubic bone. Awakening time and again from the trances of the wandering mind. The thinking mind is so convinced it will figure things out. It will solve the puzzle. It will get an answer that will finally make things reasonable and understandable and stable. And as profoundly useful as the mind is, as thinking is, for other things, it is of no help at all in waking up. Because waking up is just this. noticing the nature of the mood which is present, of the fatigue level. Is this a mind and body that are vigorous and alert? Or would they like to go back to sleep? Some of us wind up working in our lives with chronic pain, chronic fatigue. Sometimes pain and fatigue are visitors. Sometimes there's a lot of worry. Maybe we have a sick child, or we're concerned about having a sick child. Or maybe COVID is roaring in our neck of the woods. We're anxious about what to do, what not to do. We have the thoughts about people who are vaccinated or not vaccinated. For this time, all of the content is really irrelevant. Simply allowing everything to arise and pass away. Every moment of presence with the body, the slowest moving aspect of a human being. Every moment of presence is a moment of now, a moment of being in now, of non-delusion. And so with great care, great deliberation, deliberately, intentionally, we abide right here now with this breathing in right now. With this breathing out right now. We have so much conditioning that results in our defining our very identity by what we do. So our life becomes a management by objectives, construction project. This is radically different. We can have plans, we can cultivate mindfulness and the enlightenment factors. We can have the intention of coming back to the breath, back to the body. But fundamentally, there's nothing to do except be here, be awake. Hearing a little dog at the door. 2 dogs didn't have breakfast this morning. Hungry. And sitting, breathing in, breathing out. That which knows, that which is awake, takes as its object the sensations of breathing, the posture of the body, it takes as its objects thoughts, memories, plans, moods, stances toward life, fantasies, emotions. That which knows has no desire at all except to be awake. And in the fertile space of silence, we can conjure up beautiful thoughts, beautiful intentions. May I know happiness, the causes of happiness, and the path leading toward happiness. May the same be true for my loved ones and friends, enemies. May my life become one great sigh of gratitude. May I live with ease and grace. May the wake I leave behind me in my interactions with humans and animals and the world itself, may it be rooted in greed in non-greed, non-hatred and non-delusion, love, compassion, wisdom. May I respond to the unskillful acts of others with patience and love and kindness. May all beings everywhere share in the merits of our practice. Let us call to the altar of our hearts our teachers and mentors, all those who have pointed us in the direction of loving and connection and wisdom. And so we make the effort to allow the eyes to open and let them see with the eyes of blessing. The sun is on my door again. Further south, it's heading south for sure. I have a few announcements. The first is how grateful I am to be here with you. I will need to end fairly soon after 8. I have some more preparation I need to do before this graveside ceremony at 10:30. I have to find my suit. I think I know where it is. Oh, I just remembered. I bought that suit to perform Ron NATO's memorial service back a year and a half ago. So Kendall Summers is teaching a half-day retreat, an opportunity to really go deep in your practice. This coming Saturday, today's the closeout for signups. So if you're thinking to make a last-minute decision, this is it. And there are some things I spoke of yesterday, and one is the diversity, equity, and inclusion questionnaire that... Kat, do you know how many have been returned so far? 1?
Hold please. No, that was hold please.
Oh, hang
Not
on,
one.
I can't hear you.
About
because I
at
don't
least
have my headset in.
140 as of last I checked, but I will find out now. Yes, we've had 1 reply. Please, everyone,
Well, let's
we
hope
really
it
need your
works.
help.
Please work. Please work. Magic, do your thing.
It's coming. It's coming.
Come on, headset.
161.
It worked earlier.
Oh, he's not talking about my magic.
An expletive is crossing through my mind.
He's talking about expletives now.
What the heck?
We can hear you, Kat. I don't think Robert can.
I know. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
Ah,
Thanks,
you're
Vic.
back. Hello, Kat.
Hi. We've had 161 responses.
Wow, that's pretty good, huh?
But we're going for 250 is an arbitrary number I just made up. So everyone, please take the survey.
Okay. I don't know if it's on the website or not. I recommended to Gregory and Avi that happened, but then I let go of it. The other thing is...
It is. It's the first thing on the website.
Is it? Oh, great. Yay. If you will likely receive a snail mail letter, an actual letter in the mail, coming up soon, which is our fundraising for to fill the gap that came between what we had raised funds-wise and what the actual cost of the building modification will be. And any moment now, truly, we could hear, I guess they just posted on the website, we could have permits and the whole thing could be in motion. So I invite you to participate really deeply in this adventure of making PIMC safe and beautiful. It's going to be quite lovely, by making a contribution to the building fund. There was something else I wanted to say. Maybe that was it. Oh no, I do remember. Ha ha ha. I've run into a bit of a glitch. On Sunday at the gym, I tweaked this thing that's happening in my hip. And yesterday, I could hardly walk. Late afternoon, I was walking down this path here, and all of a sudden I shrieked. So it's a good thing I have the MRI coming on Monday. But it complicates things a little bit. I need probably four volunteers who will assist in some demolition. We need to take down a couple of walls, and this is saving several $1,000s from the contract with PNC Construction. So I need 3 or 4 people who are comfortable with Sawzall and pry bar, and it's not a huge project, but it will take some person power. So if you're willing and able to do that, and we also need some folks to just carry the demoed stuff outside to the front porch. If you're willing or able to do that, please email me at robert@robertbeatty.com. I was taken to task by Stephanie, our nonprofit consultant, yesterday when I said I was doing it myself, and she said, Robert, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. In fact, you shouldn't do it. And then my hip freaked out. So I do like demo, though. It's fun. The Sawzall. Now, that's a great tool. Dangerous, but fun. So, have you anything you would like to share, dear friends?
Robert, I would, to add to the many details of your life, if you could post that Aztec poem to your blog.
Oh, okay.
My stepdaughter's getting married next week, and that would be a lovely addition to the ceremony.
Yeah, it's great for weddings and funerals.
Oh, absolutely. It's great for everything. It's great for sanghas.
I'm going to grab it right now and see if I can put it in the chat. Some things are too long.
That would be wonderful.
Some things are too long for the chat. There's a limit on how much it will let you put in.
Well, I think chat by definition is a short conversation.
That was astute, young man. It's filed under death. Here it is. The Quetzal bird. Powerful, isn't it?
By the way, I'm having similar hip issues, and I have found relief with a chiropractor. I'm currently sitting here with an ice pack on my back. I don't know if you believe in chiropractors, but
I do. Copy. Here we go. I do. We're now married. I said I do twice, David. There you are.
I do too, Robert. I do too.
I've always loved you ever since I met you. We might as well do it. Goodness.
And you know, we only have each other for a short while that we've been loaned to each other.
It's true. It's true, yes. There's that. It is true we only have each other for a few eye blinks. That becomes more obvious as one ages. Anything
Hey, Robert.
else?
This is Vic.
I hear Vic, yes. Hi, Vic.
During your guided meditation, you spoke about management by objectives.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I?
and said this is different. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad it is. But could you expand on that a little bit more?
Meditation is a collection of strategies that we do to keep us busy until we realize that we're already awake. It keeps us out of trouble. So we practice being with the breath, and we develop this 6 of those and 8 of that, and so on. And then ultimately we realize, oh, there's no one here and there's nothing to do. And it's been fine since the beginning. How's that? And but I am quite a believer in the Eightfold Path. It's 50 years I've been doing this coming home to the breath business and cultivating curiosity and certainly cultivating loving kindness and shaping the mind in the direction of truth and honesty and so on. But ultimately, the thing that's dawning on me more and more is the 3 characteristics of existence are really true. That I know I came out of my brain surgery a year and a half ago, with this saying that anicca is utter. Anicca is truly, it's so, I feel teary as I talk about it. It's so unimaginably complete that everything that we think we are, and all of our loved ones and our planet and our government and everything, it's all, in a way, it's all a fantasy. It's here for such a short time. And because of that, there's dukkha. And dukkha is not just when we're in pain. Dukkha is the pleasure we have. Dukkha is the success in our lives. The dukkha is winning the election or winning the Olympics or finally getting the partner we really want or having the baby we really want. Because it's a flash. And then anatta, the truth of anatta, it too is utter. I mean, it's a strange way to talk. But every little step in that direction that I experience is another reduction in suffering. I'm doing a lot of death contemplation in my work with Matt Flickstein. This last month and a half has been really full of that. And makes the present moment very poignant. It's like, oh, this is it. This is it, my friends. Right now. This is the only moment there is. And then my mind goes to, so we might as well love each other. We could have conflict and dislike each other and tear each other down. And I just had a memory, it's amazing, the mind. My parents came to visit one time when my son Luke was 6 months old. And he's now 39. And my therapist at the time, Don Nickerson, he's the man. I went to go have lunch with him the other day, and I actually was parked outside their building resting for a little while to arrive on time. And Linda called me and said Don was not well and we needed to cancel lunch. But anyway, he and Linda came to visit, to meet my parents. And, well, long story, but when the next time I saw him, I said, well, what do you think? And he said, oh, Robert, I don't know that you want me to say. But then I insisted, and he said, well, have you noticed that when either of your mother or father says something that might increase their self-esteem, that might have them feel good about themselves, that the other immediately attacks? And I had sort of noticed, but it became conscious. And that's a tough way to live in the present moment, to be busy undermining each other at every second. Why not think kind thoughts about each other and build each other up? And so that was a long answer. Hope it's useful. I want to say, Daria, you have a beautiful dog. That's my kind of dog, though I'm into the miniatures. Wild creatures when they're young, jeez.
Yeah, these two are only 40 pounds.
Oh, I see.
So they're kind of small too, but not as small as yours.
Yeah. Those first few years were wild. Miniature huskies, the main way they die is they get out of someone's car or front door and they never turn for a quarter mile. They have to run a quarter mile before they consider stopping. And that's dangerous.
These two are both rescues, which might speak to that.
Oh, good for you. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I didn't have them as puppies.
I see.
Well, one of them I got when she was 7 months, but she'd already had a lot of life by then and was kind of mellowed out.
Serious talking to me. Well, I'm glad you have them. I'm glad they have you.
Yeah. So, by the way, I'm having surgery on my knee tomorrow.
Oh.
It happened quickly. I finally got the MRI and finally got to talk to a surgeon, and she said, I'd like to see you the day after tomorrow. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
How much will you be laid up?
6 weeks non-weight bearing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Do you have lots of support?
Well, yeah, I'm getting it together now. I don't have a lot of time, it's just, I've had this sort of surgery not on my knee before, but, I usually had, a month or so warning. This is 2 days. So I'm getting it together though. Thanks.
Will you need a chair, a wheelchair?
My house is all stairs.
Oh.
So, I mean, not to bore everyone with this, but it's a series of rooms that are connected by half flights of stairs. There are no hallways. That's it. It's 14 by 19 sized rooms and
it's
a half
young
flight of stairs.
person's house.
Yeah. So I'll be like Rapunzel at the top for a while. And then I'll have stairs to do. But like I said, I've done it before for the same period of time. I was 5 years or 6 years younger. And I think I had more energy, but at least I didn't know what I was up against. So.
Is there any way we can help?
Well, these morning meditations are really incredibly helpful, and I think they will be even more helpful when I'm laid up. But if I think of anything, I'll send you an email. Thank you.
Okay. Are you here in Portland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people on the PIMC listserv, and if you wanted to dip in, you might discover there's a lot of care for you.
Okay. Thank you.
It's terribly embarrassing, of course, to ask for help, and you shouldn't.
It's a practice, isn't it?
I found it really a practice. It was when I had my brain surgery, I got so many cards and food dropped off and stuff. It's happening now. Every card that came in, I found myself sobbing. It's like, and it was it was very difficult to hold on to my deeply held child belief that no one loves me and that I'm not lovable. I almost couldn't hold on to it. I did manage to keep a little bit of it, but so anyway, think of that, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
We do need each other badly. Well, it's a little after 6. I'm getting a little antsy to get my other preparation
6?
done. Excuse me. It's a little after 8. It's a little after 6, an hour east of Hawaii. Oh, dear. Time and calendars, my nemesis. Cat. Is that about time and calendars? I see.
I was just in solidarity, Robert. That's it.
Oh, in solidarity.
Got your back. Yes, they are terrible.
So,
That's because there's no such thing as time. I keep saying that.
well, it's true. There's an imagination of it. And I have to ask, Denise, what are you doing in Coos Bay? You're never in the same place twice.
I'm monitoring 2 rare and endangered plants out on the North Spit. So that's what I'm up to.
You're monitoring them.
Yeah. So I don't know, taking some measurements on how they're doing and what the plant community around them looks like, and then also measuring some microtopography, because the different plants grow in the salt marsh, like right at very like specific inundation levels.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
It would sure be cool to look out at the world through your eyes. You see so much, I'll bet. Things make sense. Well, let us go out on Bhavatu Sabe Mangalam. May all beings receive all blessings. Thank you, dear friends, for being here today. Quite strengthening and beautiful. Bhavatu Sabe Mangalam. Bhavatu Sabe Mangalam. Bhavatu Sabe Mangalam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you be healthy, content, at ease, and filled with love today. See you soon. What time's your surgery, Daria?
7:30 tomorrow morning.
7:30. Well, I will be holding you here.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Goodbye, Rebecca.
Bye, everyone.
Bye all. Thank you, Robert.
Bye, Tamara. Bye, Dave.
Have a great day.
Here we go. Prepare for the leap to hyperspace. Whoosh.